I'm going to show you how to create a sign-up form in MailerLite. We'll build an embedded form, style it for a real site, and test that the subscriber lands in the right group. Open your browser and go to MailerLite. Sign into your account. Once you land in the dashboard, find the main navigation on the left and click Forms. That opens the Forms area where all your pop-ups and embedded forms live. Click Embedded Forms because this one will sit directly inside a page, not float over your content. Click Create Form. Type a name that tells you exactly where this form lives. I'm using Weekly Newsletter Footer. Make sure the form type is set to Embedded Form, then click Save and Continue. Now MailerLite asks which group new subscribers should go into. This is the kind of setting people skip, and then signups end up in no group at all. Pick the group you want them in. I'm choosing Newsletter Subscribers, then click Continue. The form editor opens with a default heading, description, and email field already on the canvas. Click the heading and use the sidebar to change it to Get the Weekly Roundup. Clear beats clever here because the visitor has seconds to understand what they're signing up for. Click the text section underneath the heading and replace the description. I'd write one practical email every Tuesday. No spam, ever. That tells them exactly what to expect after subscribing. Now click the email input field. This is the only field that truly matters, so keep its placeholder text short, something like enter your email address. You can edit that text from the sidebar. If you need more data, click Add Field and choose Name. The field appears under email, and I leave it there because email is the critical one and shorter forms convert better. Don't start adding phone number and company name just because you can. If you do add several fields, you can drag them in the sidebar to change order. Put the most important question first, not the easiest one. But for a basic newsletter, name and email is enough. Now click the Form button and change its text. The default subscribe is okay, but I'm making it Get the Weekly Email. Same idea, but it reinforces what they're actually going to receive. Open the design area to make the form match a real site. Click Background Settings and switch the background to transparent. That stops the form from forcing a white or gray box onto a page that already has its own background. If your page is dark, a solid background here would look broken. Then adjust the form elements. Set the font to the same family your site uses and set label size to 16. For text color, I'd use a dark gray rather than pure black. It reads a little softer. Don't go too light or the labels disappear. Open the button settings. Pick a button color that already exists on your site. I'm using the same blue as the primary button and set hover color slightly darker. Bump the border radius to 6 pixels and keep the font weight at 600. Now open settings. The first thing I turn on is the privacy policy option. Paste a link to your privacy policy page because collecting email addresses without that can break privacy rules and scare off careful visitors. Enable the confirmation checkbox next. Change the label to something specific. I agree to receive emails from North Star Marketing, then swap in your own company name. Don't leave it vague. A vague consent box is almost as bad as no consent box. If you already use interest groups, enable them here. Add groups like weekly tips and product updates, so subscribers tell you what they want. That keeps your list cleaner than guessing. Then add a hidden segmentation field, name its source, and set the value to website footer. Every subscriber who comes through this form gets that source value automatically, which makes it obvious later where they came from. Turn on reCAPTCHA to block spam bots. It adds a tiny check on some submissions and saves you from a list full of junk addresses. For double opt-in, turn it on. Yes, it adds a confirmation email step, but it confirms real addresses and keeps your list clean. I would not skip this on a new embedded form. Now open success message. Since double opt-in is on, change the success text to check your inbox to confirm your email address. If you leave the default, subscribers won't know to go look for the confirmation message. If you have a thank you page, set the form to redirect to that page instead of showing the success message. Type the path to your thank you page, like your site/thank you. That's useful if you want to send them somewhere after sign up. When the form looks right, click Next. That saves everything and moves you to the install stage. Now open Form Overview and scroll down until you see the installation code. Use the copy button next to the JavaScript version for most website builders. If you're on WordPress, use the MailerLite plugin instead, then pick this form from the plugin and skip manual code entirely. For other builders, open a page where you want the form, add a custom HTML or embed block, and paste the code. The exact spot depends on your builder, but any place that accepts JavaScript will work. Now test it. Visit the page, enter a test address like test@yourdomain.com, and submit the form. If double opt-in is on, check that confirmation email arrives. Then come back to MailerLite and open subscribers. Search for that test address and confirm it shows the correct group, source value, and name if you collected one. If this form should trigger an automation, open Automations and create a new workflow. Choose Completes a Form as the trigger, select Weekly Newsletter Footer, then add a welcome email as the first action. Once the form is live and collecting signups, open the form's analytics from the forms area. You'll see submissions and conversion numbers, and that tells you whether the form placement is actually working. If you ever want a pop-up version later, the process is almost identical. You just start from the pop-ups tab on the same form screen. If this saved you time, give it a like, subscribe if you want more MailerLite walkthroughs, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.